Motivation gets you started. Discipline is what keeps you going when motivation leaves. And trust me, it always leaves. Every day, millions of people watch motivational videos, read inspirational quotes, and feel ready to change their lives. But tomorrow, they return to the same routine, waiting for the right mood, and wondering why their lives never change. Here lies the biggest lie about success hidden in plain sight. Motivation is your hidden enemy. It makes you feel productive without actually making you productive. But there is one force that never betrays you: discipline. And the story will prove why. In a small town, there lived a young man named Daniel. He had a big dream: to become a successful entrepreneur. Every night, he watched motivational videos on his phone. Every morning, he read inspirational quotes. Every time he heard a successful speaker say, "You can do it," his heart raced. He felt powerful. He felt ready to change the world. "Starting tomorrow," he whispered to the mirror, "I'll wake up at 5 a.m. I'll study business for 6 hours a day. I'll become successful." But tomorrow came, and the 5 a.m. alarm rang. Daniel hit snooze once, twice, 3 times. The clock showed 8 a.m., and he was still lying in bed, staring at the ceiling, searching for excuses. "I'm still tired. I need rest. Later, when I'm in the mood." That day passed, then the next day, then the next week. Daniel fell back into his old habits, lazy, full of excuses, and frustrated. The motivation that burned bright at night always died by morning. Again and again, he was trapped in the same cycle. Excited, promising, failing, frustrated, then searching for a new motivational video to make him excited again. One day, Daniel met his friend Ben at a cafe. Ben sat in the corner with his laptop open, looking focused, calm, and, most surprising to Daniel, not tired. Daniel knew Ben also worked part-time while studying, just like him. But Ben looked in control. "How do you do it, Ben?" Daniel asked, his voice trembling between admiration and envy. "You always have energy. Always productive. What's your motivation secret?" Ben slowly closed his laptop. He smiled, but it wasn't the smile of someone who felt superior. It was the smile of someone who had once stood where Daniel stood, then discovered a painful truth. "I don't have motivation, Daniel." Daniel was shocked. "But I have discipline." Ben stood up, packing his things. "Tomorrow morning, before sunrise, come with me. I'll introduce you to someone who taught me the difference between the two. Someone who proved that discipline can change your fate. Not overnight, but through thousands of equally boring nights." The next morning, at 4:15 a.m., Daniel stood in a city park with a biting wind. Ben stood beside him, carrying 2 cups of hot coffee. On an old bench near a fountain sat a man in his 70s with a posture straight as a soldier and eyes sharp as an eagle. He wore a simple suit, nothing fancy, but the way he sat, upright, calm, full of presence, made him look like the most powerful man in the city. "This is Mr. Tanaka," Ben said. "He started as a newspaper boy. Now he owns dozens of office buildings. But don't ask about his wealth. Ask about his habits." Mr. Tanaka smiled and gestured for Daniel to sit. His voice was low, unhurried, every word spoken with mature thought. 1975. I was just 12 years old. My father lay sick. My mother worked as a housemaid from dawn till night. My 2 younger siblings often went to bed with empty stomachs. In our home, there was no such thing as choice, only responsibility. He paused for a moment, gazing far into the past. Every morning at 3:30 a.m., the alarm clock rang. Not a sweet alarm. An old iron clock that screamed like a siren. I woke up, not because I wanted to, not because I felt motivated, but because 3:30 a.m. was a commitment. I made a promise to myself. When the clock shows the time, these feet must touch the floor. No matter rain, no matter sickness, no matter what. Daniel got chills. He himself couldn't wake up at 5 a.m. on a sunny day, let alone 3:30 a.m. in the midst of hardship. I walked 2 kilometers to the newspaper printing house, took 50 newspapers, then walked again, 10 kilometers through the streets. Rain, the papers got wet, I sold them cheaper. Storm, I ran from one shelter to another, shouting offers as I went. Fever, I brought medicine in my pocket, drank it in a corner, then kept selling. Not because I was strong. No, because commitment doesn't ask, how do you feel today? Commitment only asks, did you show up? People around me also needed money. My neighbors' children were also poor, but they only sold newspapers when they felt like it, when the weather was good, when their mood was right, when their body felt light. Me? I sold every day because I understood something they didn't. Motivation is a guest you cannot rely on. It comes when things are easy, leaves when things get hard. But discipline is a friend you invite every day, even when it's boring, even when it's exhausting, even when you want to throw it out. Mr. Tanaka continued, his voice unchanged, still flat, still calm, as if he were talking about the weather, not the struggle of his life. 5 years I sold newspapers, 5 years waking up at 3:30 a.m., 5 years walking the streets with an empty stomach, 5 years never sleeping more than 6 hours, not because I was motivated. After the first year, motivation had long died. I no longer felt excited to wake up. I just woke up, because that's what I did. Then I graduated from school. I didn't start a business right away. I became a parking attendant at a mall for 5 years. 5 a.m., exercise alone in my room, push-ups, running in place, anything that didn't cost money. 6 a.m., off to work, until 2 p.m. Then English and accounting lessons, paid from my savings. 6 p.m. to 8 p.m., part-time job as a mini-market cashier. 9 p.m. to 11 p.m., record expenses and learn how to manage money. 11:30 p.m., sleep. Daniel was frozen. The image of such a life made him feel weak. I saved 70% of my income, not 10, not 20, 70. I ate rice with soy sauce. I didn't buy new shoes for 3 years. People thought I was stingy, weird, didn't know how to enjoy life. I thought I was investing in a future I couldn't yet see. 5 years as a parking attendant, 5 years of lessons, 5 years of double jobs. Then I had enough savings to open a small coffee stall, not a fancy restaurant, just a stall with 4 tables on a quiet street corner. I woke up at 4 a.m. now, not 3:30. Prepared the ingredients myself, opened at 5 a.m., served customers until 10 a.m., bought supplies, negotiated with vendors, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., opened again, 2 p.m. to 5 p.m., noted what customers liked and disliked, cleaned the stall, counted daily finances. 6 p.m. to 9 p.m., visited other successful coffee stalls, observed their systems. 9 p.m. to 11 p.m., read management books and wrote improvement ideas. 11:30 p.m., sleep. My first stall failed in 8 months, lost all my savings. But the habit of waking up early didn't disappear, so I started again. A smaller stall, a better system, Lessons from failure. The second stall survived. The third grew. 5 years later, 5 coffee stalls. 10 years, 20 restaurants. 20 years, commercial properties. Mr. Tanaka stopped. He looked Daniel straight in the eye. Not because I'm smart, not because I'm lucky, not because I had big capital, but because I woke up every morning for 50 years and did what had to be done, even when I didn't feel like doing it. The story of the bamboo tree. Mr. Tanaka stood up, walking slowly to a bamboo tree near the fountain. He patted its trunk, as if patting the shoulder of an old friend. Have you ever heard the story of the bamboo tree? Daniel shook his head. A farmer once planted a bamboo seed. Every day he watered it, gave it sunlight, and took care of it. 1 year passed, nothing happened. People laughed and said he was wasting his time. Still, nothing happened in the second year, the third, even the fourth. But the farmer didn't give up. There was a spark in Mr. Tanaka's eyes. Then suddenly in the 5th year, do you know what happened? In just 6 weeks, the bamboo grew 90 feet tall. Do you know why? Daniel's eyes grew wide. Because during those years, the tree was growing roots under the ground. Mr. Tanaka nodded. Exactly. During those 4 years, the tree was building a strong foundation underground. If the farmer had given up, he would have never seen the tree grow so tall. Discipline is just like that. You may not see any results at first, but if you stay patient and keep going, one day you'll definitely succeed. Something changed inside Daniel. He realized he had been waiting for motivation all this time and wanted quick results in everything. Now he understood discipline is the real key. From that day, Daniel made up his mind. He would really change his life. Instead of waiting for motivation, he created a routine. Even on days when he didn't feel like it, he studied. On days he was tired, he still exercised. Even when he felt sleepy, he woke up early. Days turned into weeks, weeks into months, and months into years. Slowly, Daniel became one of the most respected people in the town, and whenever someone asked him, "Hey, what's your secret to success?" he would smile and say, "Motivation comes and goes, but discipline is the key. If you can do small things every day again and again, big results will come." Success doesn't mean doing something huge all at once. It means doing small things right every single day. So don't wait for the perfect time. Start today. Stay disciplined, and you'll build your own future. If this story resonates with you, don't just like and forget. Don't be a spectator anymore. Make one disciplined commitment today. One small routine you'll stick to for the next 30 days. No excuses. No negotiation. Wake up earlier. Read 20 pages. Exercise 20 minutes. Anything. But write it in the comments. Make a promise to yourself. And 30 days from now, let's see who's still standing.